Let's begin with the Gayatri. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Namova Sadava Swagatam Sadava. Welcome all you good people, and may your path be filled with blessings. All right, so good morning. This is the third day of this adventure, of this morning movement meditation. And remember, this is a meditation. Even when we're moving, we're just going for sensation, we're going deeper, we're stacking different tasks upon ourselves to try to bring us into this flow, whether we're actually flowing in movement or whether we're flowing through our essential channel, flowing in our essence, nature. All right, so today is going to be more of a back day. Right, and more of a maybe an upper back day, but integration of the two bindus. Right, we worked on the heart bindu the first day, opening up the chest, expanding the ribs. The second day we worked on the kunda down here, the lower bindu, right, the center of gravity of our body, moving through space. A lot going on down here. So why don't you take this moment to begin to make your way onto your back in a comfortable position. You can support your feet, you can support your head, and just start to make yourself comfortable and start to scan through your body. Just see how it feels to be you in this moment today. And we're going to chant the blessing mantra. If you know it, you're welcome to chant along. If not, just listen. Let the sounds of the vibration pass through you, within you, surround you. Bye. May we all work together, live together, be together, study together in peace and harmony. Let's come to lay on our left side, finding that balance, making sure your hips are stacked one on top of each other, making sure that your shoulders are stacked one upon each other. Just finding that comfort, and allow your breath to come smooth and easy. So we're lying on the left side of our torso. We can support our head if that feels good. Now bring your right hand and bring it onto your forehead. And just slowly allow your head to begin to just roll to the right, maybe just an inch or so. Just allow the weight of the hand, the weight of the arm to be on the head. Feel that connection and feel the quality of the movement. This is a slow, easy movement. Just let everything go. Where you're holding tension in your body, in your face, in your mouth, in your jaw, in your eyes. Check the quality of your breath. Are you breathing deeply and smoothly and quietly? Perhaps you're hearing the sound of haṃsa, the breath mantra. Hum on the inhale, sa on the exhale. And just continue to gently roll your head, maybe feeling that movement coming down between your shoulder blades. And now bring your hand in front of you, continuing to maintain that balance on your left side. And now begin keeping your feet together. Just begin to lift your right knee just a little bit, maybe an inch. And set it down. Maybe you want to try an exhale to lift and an inhale to let the knee come back down. Make sure we're breathing fully into our body. We're integrating the upper and the lower body in this practice, the kunda and the heart bindu. Slowly, just start to notice how this moves. How does your body organize to lift the knee? Now go ahead and just set the knee down and rest for a few minutes. Scan your body. Just notice how one side feels different than the other. You can bring your right hand to the pelvis as you begin to lift the right knee once again. And notice the connection with the pelvis as you lift the knee. Perhaps you feel the thigh and the right pelvis moving backwards. Observe into your lower back. Take a rest whenever you need it. We're looking for sensation. There is no destination in somatics. It's all about the joy and the curiosity of how we move. Moving is our way to experience our environment. It's the reason we have senses, is to negotiate our environment. Okay, so bring your right hand back onto your forehead and roll the head again. And just maybe notice if the weight of the head has changed in just the last few moments. Just by lifting the knee a little bit, rolling the head earlier. Something different. Something different. So bring your hand back in front of yourself and bring your awareness to the right shoulder. Maybe slowly, slowly, slowly allow the right shoulder to just move a little bit forward. Maybe you can feel into the pelvis. Let the shoulder and the pelvis move together. So now we'll move the shoulder forward. Just slightly and easily, keeping everything else still. Remember, it's always about where can we let go, not where we can do more effort. We're looking for effortless effort. We have the intention of moving slowly and easily, resting when we need it, with our full awareness on that movement. So go ahead and take a rest, just for a moment, just noticing the difference between the left side of your body lying on the ground and the right side in movement. And now maybe lift your right knee just a little bit again and notice that maybe it feels lighter. This lightness in our body is the way we're supposed to feel. Everything is working together, we feel weightless. We have evolved to take advantage of this gravitational field. Continue to move that right knee just up and down a little bit. Now bring your hand back to your head, the forehead there, and begin to roll the head. And then allow the knee to begin to lift a little bit as you're moving that head. Does the head rolling feel different than the last time? We're going to check into this every so often during the class. Just checking to see how things feel. So go ahead and rest. You can roll onto your back now if you like. Or you can continue to rest on your left side. Whatever you need to rest. Compare the two sides of your body. Compare earlier with now. This is how our brain likes to learn. It's through comparison. You can even learn from watching other bodies move. Mirror neurons, whose job is to do just that. So go ahead and begin to turn on your right side and begin to breathe and scan fully. You can do those same tricks we learned the other day. You can breathe into the right side, breathe into the left side, breathe into both sides. It's all about the sensation. There's no goal. There's no end point. There's just living within our consciousness. Just rest down. Find that balance between the right and left side. Shoulders stacked, hips stacked. Bring your left hand onto the floor and just lift your left leg, your knee just a little bit. Feet are together. Just notice the weight of the leg before we do anything on this side. Feel maybe just an inch or less. We're not trying to go anywhere. Now bring your hand onto your head, forget about the knee, and just begin to roll the head left, maybe on an exhale. Just try that on an exhale. It's good to try different breathing patterns. We have an infinitely adaptable breath mechanism to move any way that our body needs it to move at any time. Check in on the quality of the movement. Don't push. Let go. Where can we let effort? Where can we let energy go? Check in with your breath once again. Are you breathing smoothly? You can try inhaling as you roll the head back too. Just try different things. Try breathing into the different sides of the body. Breathing into the pelvis more. And what are your eyes doing? Why don't you open your eyes and let your eyes move along with your head. It's a beautiful day out here to do that. It's just gorgeous. Saw the sunrise over there. I set it up so I can see the sunrise. Now go ahead and stop the knee and bring your left hand back on the floor in front of you. Now lift the left knee again. Just a little bit. And just notice if things have changed since you lifted it just a minute ago or so. your hand on your hip while you're moving your knee up and down, and just notice if you feel the pelvis or how the hip moves. Maybe notice that the hip doesn't really move a lot at this angle. It's more the pelvis that's rolling backwards. Just noticing, though. Maybe that's not what you feel. Honor what you feel. It's your body. Everyone's going to feel different. Everyone has a different experience, even if we believe we're in the same place at the same time. Our consciousness has a different perspective than anyone else's. So bring your hand back into the front and just allow your right shoulder, your left shoulder to begin to come backwards just a little bit. Maybe feel the connection into the pelvis. Feel as the shoulder comes back, the pelvis wants to roll back just a little bit. Now move the left shoulder just forward a little bit. Again, noticing how this movement spreads, integrates throughout your entire body. Full awareness and attention on what it feels like to be you in this moment. How does it feel to be lying on the floor or the ground, wherever you happen to be? Now go ahead and take a rest. Try to rest your belly muscles and rest your chest. Now lift your left knee again. Slowly noticing the new lightness perhaps in your left knee. Bring your left hand onto your forehead and begin to roll your head to the left, perhaps on an exhale. Checking in on the quality of movement. When the quality of movement begins to deteriorate, you've gone too far. Back off. Always be checking on that quality of movement. Don't push. No effort. No destination. Let all of that go and just be. Just be. Accept the honor of consciousness embodied. Now turn back onto your back, turn onto your back and rest for a few moments. Checking the difference between your right and left sides. Where you're holding tension, checking with your jaw, space between your eyes. Maybe wiggle your toes a little bit, wiggle your fingers, just looking for places that you're heavy. You want to be light. How's your back lying on the ground right now? Now come to lie on your left side once again. Find that comfortable place, support your head if you need it, whatever you need here. Bring your right hand back on your forehead and just roll your head on this side just to check in. How are we feeling in this moment? Now let your knee lift along with the rolling of your head. Make it one smooth action. It's like your knee and your nose are connected together and they're moving the exact same distance. Your nose is in synchronicity with your knee. Try to move them both at the same time. This is power of intention. Intend this movement. Put all of your awareness into it and then just melt your body into the flow of that movement. Feel that integration. You can open your eyes if you like and allow the eyes to go along for the ride. We tend to like to keep our eyes closed in classes like this, a movement like this, but open them up. Our eyes are the windows into the world. It helps the alignment of our body. It helps us physically move through space. We always want to be able to reverse. We don't want to go so far back that we can't easily stop anywhere and go the other direction. And that's exactly what we want to do when the quality of the movement becomes compromised. Go the other way. It's always about the ease. We don't want to train our body. We don't want to condition our body to accept pain or even discomfort. We want to be light. We want to be a light body. Go ahead and take a rest either on your side or on your back. Now bring your right hand back onto your forehead and just roll your head once again, just slowly and easily. Maybe noticing that the head is even becoming lighter, easier to roll. And now, allow your knee to go the opposite direction of your head. So as your head's turning to the right, allow your knees to come together. And as your head is coming back down to your left, allow the knee to rise. This may not be that easy for us to start off with, but over time, our body can adjust to this kind of movement. Differentiating between the movement of the head and the neck and the pelvis and the knees here, moving in opposite directions. Just noticing how that feels. Differentiation. We tend to move everything at once in the modern world. It's not really what our wants. So now go ahead and move the knee and the head in the same direction. Just notice feel lighter. And this is our human endowment, this lightness of movement. Millions of years of evolution to create an upright bipedal creature that's light on its feet, or can be. Bring yourself to rest on your back once again. Just tuning into the differences. Keep your mind and your body. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back to the sensations. Just bring it back. So now go ahead and roll onto your right side. Bring your left hand to your forehead. Make sure you're balanced there on the side of your body. And then go ahead and bring your left hand to your forehead. And begin to roll your head and your knee together as if they were one. So your left knee is lifting as your head rolls to the left. Just allow your body to open up. Try to get this timing down. So it takes some body awareness. Bring it together slow and easy. Focusing on the quality of the movement. When the quality diminishes from moving that first inch, it's time to stop and turn around. You're not trying to get anywhere. You're just trying to create a better, enhanced environment for our consciousness to run around in. A body that feels good, a body that feels healthy, that feels connected to the consciousness, feels connected to everything else that exists within consciousness. The story of yoga is the story of consciousness. Let's continue with this slow and easy, twisting, rolling movement. Okay, so now we're going to begin to separate the movement to the shoulders from the hips. So in any way that seems right to you, have the knee and the head rolling in opposite directions. So as the knee is lifting, the head is rolling to the right. As the knee is coming down, the head is rolling to the left. May restrict the movement, and that's part of this process, is changing the movement patterns every time we do it to add restriction or to remove restriction. So we're restricting this movement by creating the tension between the upper body and the lower body in the movement. So don't go beyond that, just go where it's easy. And now when it's convenient for you, allow your shoulders and your hips to come back into sync, moving in the same direction at the same time. Slow and easy it goes. Slow and easy. Really enjoying this process. The joy of movement, the curiosity, how you're breathing. Is there a way that you can breathe to support this? Perhaps if you breathe more in your chest, it opens up the chest, it opens spaces in the ribs for you to roll into, for you to move into. Come on back onto your back and relax. Be easy, be comfortable. Breathing through your nose, relaxing your face. Allow your belly to relax. You're not holding any tension in your belly. Feel your pelvis rolling with your breath. Done those exercises previously. Feel your body expand and contract. Feel that lower kunda, that center of your pelvis. Feel that expand. Feel the heart bindu expand, your chest expanding. And then come to lie on your left side once again. Finding that balance, finding the shoulders stacked, finding the pelvis stacked, supporting your head if you need it, supporting your knees, whatever you need to find comfort. Bring your left hand, bring your right hand to your forehead, Keep your knees closed, and as you roll your head, allow your eyes to move in the opposite direction. So your head is rolling to the right, allow your eyes to move slowly to the left. Now this is going to seem very, very odd to you. This is going to be very difficult. Stay with it. It doesn't take long for you to gain control over your eyes moving differently from your head. So we're differentiating the movement of the eyes, which is very critical for us moving through space. It's important for us to be able to move our eyes independently of the rest of the body. So just feel how very difficult this is. And don't beat yourself up, just go slow. The slower you go, the easier this will be. Don't worry about your breath, just make sure you are breathing. Nice gentle inhales and exhales. To support the movement, how can we support the movement? And now allow the eyes and the head to move in the same direction. I'm just noticing maybe that even makes the head a little bit lighter, differentiating that movement. So it restricts the movement of the head when we're moving the eyes in the opposite direction. It means we have to move it different. It means our neuromuscular system is learning how to operate this system a little bit better. Next time you find yourself towards your back, just come onto your back and relax, noticing the difference between the left and the right sides. Breathing softly and comfortably. Relaxing, letting everything go. How does your body feel? Does one side feel heavier than the other side on the ground? Don't try to change it. Just bring the awareness to what is happening. What is happening in your body. Now roll on to your right side. Slowly and easily. Always slow. It's a meditation. Even the movement from position to position. Stay meditative. Stack your shoulders. Stack your hips. Bring your left hand onto your forehead. And roll your head and your eyes in the same direction to start off with. So your eyes and your head are both going to the left. And you're feeling a new lightness in that movement. And then go ahead and start moving the eyes in the opposite direction of the head. So I'll usually start one way or the other and then just move my eyes the opposite direction. Just move them all the way over and then allow the head to move and the eyes to cross with the head and then all the way over to the other side. A beautiful movement, differentiating the movement of the eyes from the head. We will be doing more of this throughout this series. This is one of the more important parts. This was developed by a guy by the name of Moshe Feldenkrais. The importance of the movement of the eyes and somatic movement. Now allow your eyes and your head to move in sync once again. A lot of what we're doing is inspired by various luminaries in somatic movement over the last century. Moshe Feldenkrais, of course, and Jim Hanna was another big one, and his wife, Joy Criswell. So rest on your back once again. So roll onto our right side. So a little different. Find that balance in your body. Support your head if you need it. You bring your arm under your head, whatever feels right to you. And then bring your left arm out and put it on top of the right. So now we're going to begin to roll to the left, and the extended left arm and the left knee are going to move in sync. Try to keep them locked together, the knee and the arm, all the way over. And this needs to be reversible, so anytime you can stop and just change direction. So this really is not about moving arms and legs. This is about subtle movements deep in the core of the body along the central channel. Just gentle contractions and releases to move the body weight around the center channel so that it rolls easily and reversibly. We're going to be spending more time on these rolling movements. So now lift the left foot as well as the knee when it lifts. All right, so we're opening up between the legs, the knees, and then we're going to swing all the way open. So now the legs are apart and wide, coming all the way onto the back if that's possible, if it's reversible, and then all the way back to the left. Just take advantage of this for several moments. Slowly maybe coming all the way onto the back. And slowly releasing back onto the right side. It's a beautiful big movement here. Opening ourselves up, closing back down. It's like we're a big clam shell, opening and closing here. It's a wonderful movement. Now come to rest on your back. Now turn on over to your left side. Self-support it. Now extend that right arm out on top of the left. Begin to lift the whole right leg off the left leg, space between the knees and the feet, and begin to roll all the way over. So come all the way to your back if that's possible. You want to separate your feet. Your feet together on this particular roll pattern. And notice how you can shift your weight. The interest is in keeping the body as it rolls as flat and as smooth onto the surface as is possible. You want to melt your body into the surface, and that rolls it for you. Bring your weight to the bottom of the body, assist in the roll. Just keep finding your way towards your back. If you don't get to your back, that's fine. It's not a destination. It's just another place to roll to. This reversibility is key. To be able to change direction in your movement at any time. We're never committed to anything in the movement. That's when injuries happen. It's when you've committed to a movement that's not reversible. And you always know when you've made that mistake because you hear a popping sound as ligaments break, become detached. It's not a fun thing. And then come to rest for a moment. Totally rest on your back. Just let all of that go. It could be a considerable amount of work, but we really don't want to do any effort to roll our body from side to side. Just think about how much fun we had with that as children. Let's come back onto our right side now. Once again, begin to open up in this clam type movement. Legs separated, arms separating, coming all the way over. And maybe you can continue to roll all the way over and all the way back. Sort of slowly control your weight distribution in your body to make this easy and seamless. You can continue to roll if you like. There's a freedom in this rolling. Remember how much fun this was when we were 2 and 3? Even older, rolling down hills easily. And this is not work. This is pleasure. This is enjoying our body with our consciousness. This is a very functional movement pattern for us. Now come to rest. Come to full rest for a moment. Give yourself the time that you need. Then begin to make your way towards a comfortable seated position for our meditation. Our meditation today is going to be about consciousness. So I wanted to read 2 items for you on consciousness. One is from the vijñānabhairavatantra, which I've spoken about in the context of this course before. It's an 8th century text. It's a practice manual for yoga. And verse 63, which is the 35th practice, tells us, and this translation is from Chris Wallis, one should recognize that one's entire body, or indeed the whole world, consists of nothing but awareness. Through the non-conceptual mind, directly seeing this truth all at once, there comes the supreme dawning of insight or liberation. Okay, in the context, awareness and consciousness mean the same thing. We don't have awareness if we don't have consciousness. Okay, so this is from about the 8th century. And I'm going to read something from a neuroscientist by the name of David Chalmers, from The Conscious Mind, in Search of a Fundamental Theory. And Chalmers says, consciousness is at the very center of our epistemic universe, and our access to it is not perceptually mediated. Now, those two things mean almost the same. They are almost identical. So let's come in to a very comfortable seated position. We're going to be here for about 10 minutes for our meditation on consciousness. Find that comfortable seat. Allow your breath to be slow and easy. Just enjoy this moment of somatic awareness. We've spent 40 minutes or so moving our body with somatic awareness, developing this focused consciousness. Become fully absorbed in your awareness of the whole body. Awareness of your whole body as a vibration in consciousness. So let your breath be slow and easy. Now begin to understand that we're perceiving the whole world through and as consciousness. Take a few deep, long breaths, deep into the belly and into the lower back. Allow our pelvis to become heavy, to sit, slowing down. Let the jaw relax, let the breath relax, let your eyes relax, your shoulders relax, back. Become aware of your whole body as one entity with a soft focus. Become aware of every sensation simultaneously. Ask yourself, is consciousness inside my body, or is my body inside consciousness? Is consciousness inside of me, or is my body inside consciousness? This is our meditative point. Bring your focus on this question as I lead you through this meditation. Begin to feel that your whole body is completely enveloped in awareness. It's permeated by awareness. So it is awareness, and awareness comes through the whole thing. There's nothing to think about. Just be intimately present with this consciousness. And with your whole body as a sensation within awareness. Prior to any thought about it, pure awareness, not mediated by the senses. It's intimate. Let yourself become intimate, one with the pure sensation of embodiment. What does it feel like to have a body? Begin to toss off the conditioned notion that consciousness somehow comes from the body and the brain. Somehow this thing created consciousness. Now, begin to let your field of awareness to expand from just your body outwards into a bigger body. Continuing to expand outward and outward from yourself. Let your eyes just open for a moment and take all of it in. Consciousness gives you all of this. Allow your eyes to close again. Becoming totally aware of your environment. The auditory, what do you hear? The visual, the taste, the smell, the touch. Feel the air around your body. Feel the air flowing through your body. And all this without thinking about it, without creating a story. Direct sensation. Experience all the totality of existence as if it were our own body. All of the sounds that you hear, including my voice, all of these sounds are just a vibration within awareness. There are no static objects around you. Everything around you is just a vibration within our consciousness. Just vibrations of light and of sound. Vibrations rising and falling. Temporary. It's all temporary. And if you don't make a story about these sensations as they come and go, then they don't have a story. They just are. We have to give them the story. But that's not a real, that's not reality. That's just the story about reality, about the senses. Everything is just equally vibrations. The trees, the grass, the dog, the cat, all just vibrations within consciousness. Without consciousness, they would not exist to us. They're just of one with consciousness. It's all of one with consciousness. So everything that arises within our field of awareness, just let it be equal. Nothing's more important than anything else. Nothing's more pressing or urgent. It's all the same. Nothing special. Nothing comes with a story. We give it the story. Maintain awareness of the whole field of sensation. Auditory, touch, sound, vision. Maintain it all with the intention of melting yourself into that field of awareness, that field of vibrations. Becoming one with all that is. There's nothing that exists outside of consciousness. How could it? We couldn't know about it if it did. Something lives without consciousness. Outside of our consciousness, we wouldn't be conscious of it. So allow the whole world to be perceived as consciousness. This is our meditation. It's all consciousness, vibrations within consciousness. your attention back into your body. Feeling your breath, feeling your heartbeat perhaps. The reason you think this body is yours is it's proximate. It's the closest thing to the center of your field of consciousness. From your point of view, everything is yours, and nothing is. This is so obviously true that everything we can know exists in consciousness. Otherwise, you wouldn't be conscious of it. It wouldn't exist. Only through consciousness. It was understood over 1,000 years ago as it's understood now. From your perspective, I'm inside your consciousness. From my perspective, you're inside my consciousness. We're all just simply the one consciousness, seeing itself from different perspectives. One consciousness co-creating reality from many different points or perspectives of awareness. We are the eyes of the world, and we call that consciousness Shiva. Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. But the heart has its beaches, its homeland, and thoughts of its own. Wake now, discover that you are the song that the morning brings. But the heart has its seasons, its evenings, and songs of its own. Shiva. Shiva. Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. But the heart has its beaches, its homeland, and thoughts of its own. Wake now, discover that you are the song that the morning brings. But the heart has its seasons, its evenings, and songs of its own. Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva. 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 Om.